Hello, guys and gals. Lloyd Dobson coming to you from my branch office here in Southwest Florida. Looking at the screen, it says how to recruit more people with rocket recruiting into your business opportunity. So what is this webinar all about? Well, it addresses the three biggest objections people have as far as you inviting them into and building your home-based business. The three main obstacles keeping you from growing your business is overcoming the fear of rejection. The second one is knowing how to start a conversation about your business opportunity. And the third is overcoming the no money objection. So if you've ever struggled with any of those three problems, you may want to consider watching this webinar. Plus, my dear friend Eric Tippett is also going to show you how you can get a $300 to $500 a month raise immediately. So, without delaying any further, here's my friend Eric Tippett to conduct the webinar for you. Sit back and enjoy. Take a lot of notes.
Well, thanks, everybody. Very excited to be here. Again, my name is Eric Tippett. I'm the founder and president of a new tool that I'm going to introduce to each of you here tonight called Rocket Recruiting. Now, I will tell you, I apologize if my voice is a little raspy. I'm just kind of coming out of the tail end of a head cold, but I'm glad that I could be on the call tonight. So, as Ray had mentioned earlier, the product, the app, if you will, that I'm going to show you tonight was recently rated the #1 must-have product for the direct selling or network marketing profession. So we're super honored by that. It was actually a very cool interview that the editor, we sat down, had lunch, and as I went through it, he literally stopped me and said, this is a game changer. This is going to really change people's lives and really make people understand the power of owning a home business, and that why everyone should be in a home business and running a home business. Now, one thing that I've got to say just up front is I'm a huge believer in the laws of reciprocity, about giving before you ever ask and really making it to where everybody's winning. It's a win-win all the way around constantly. So with that mindset in mind, that's really how I built this app, was to really just kind of an awareness, but also to make sure that you're constantly, everybody's helping each other. So there's three things that I noticed as I've been out there in the field and coaching people and talking to people about maybe what are some of the challenges of growing their network marketing business. #1 I constantly would hear is fear of rejection, right? Do any of you on the call worried that somebody's going to tell you no? Or reputational risk. I hear that all the time of scared to talk to people maybe in your warm market because you're worried about the reputational risk or somebody telling you no, that fear of rejection. Well, one thing I realized earlier on is it's all about how do you master the irresistible offer. An irresistible offer, nobody can tell you no. And so what I really want to show you tonight is how do we make it to where each and every one of you give you a simple tool to master that irresistible offer. And what's great about it, it's rejection-free, resistance-free as you go out and talk to people. All right, the second thing that I constantly hear is, I'm not a salesperson. I'm not a great networker. How do I open the door to talk about my business and engage somebody instead of them just going, oh, you know what, yeah, busy, I'm not interested right now. How do you really open up that door and get people excited to talk to you more about your business, more about your opportunity, and really genuinely interested? All right, the third thing I would constantly hear is the money obstacle. And I think a lot of people on the call, you probably get that, a lot. I'm constantly hearing people say, man, they seemed really interested, and I got them all the way to where they were excited about it, and then I brought up the money. And they go, oh, you know what, we just don't have the money to do it right now. Or
how many people hear that? Raise your hand if you ever hear that. Well, I don't have money. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the only one that hears this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. A few of you do too, huh? That's weird.
All right. So I think we're all on the same page that really how do we just eliminate that rejection, give you something to be excited to go out there and share with people. Imagine this. Imagine you having a money pit in your backyard that would give $300 to $500 to everyone that came over, and it never ran out. How excited would you be to go share that with everyone? Right? That's what we're going to show tonight, is giving you the information and giving you the tool to help people get a raise, help people start to understand that they're losing money every single month in their 9-to-5 job by not having a home-based business. And so what I tell a lot of people is, how great would it be to go to a coworker, to a family member, and say, wow, you know what, I just learned something tonight that we were losing money every month by not owning a home-based business. Are you interested in maybe how much you're losing? Because that fear of loss, what I realized, people can't walk away from it. If you say, hey, I've learned I was losing around $400 a month, are you interested in maybe how much you're losing? People will say, yeah, please tell me. And so that was the basis of why we built this tool, is an awareness tool to show people the power of owning a home-based business, to help you start to keep a little bit more money on each of your paychecks, which now is a real raise on your next paycheck. And out of that money that I just gave you a raise, that's going to get you into the home-based business. So there's no out-of-pocket expense. So what you start finding is that people are a lot more receptive. People are a lot more, oh my gosh, I didn't realize, how much do you think I might be losing? And I can get people into a conversation very quickly. All right, so what I wanted to do tonight is I wanted to actually show you, what does this product look like? So this is a mobile app. And what that means is it doesn't matter what device you have. It doesn't matter if you have an Android, if you have an iPhone, if you have a BlackBerry, if you have a PC, if you have a Mac. It doesn't matter. What it does is it's mobile optimized to where whatever screen you have, it will automatically fit to your screen. So it's great. Just like Ray had mentioned at the Top Earner Academy, I walked up and I said, hey, Ray, check this out. Look at how cool this is to show somebody how quickly or how much money they might be losing by not owning a home-based business. And in 2 seconds, I showed them a nation's average of what the nation's losing by not making that decision. So what I typically tell people to do is, the first thing is, you log in. You'd want to go up to My Profile right here, and you want to set up your profile. So how does somebody contact you? Your name, your address, or your email, your telephone number, any opportunity sites that you have. Facebook, if you have a Twitter, if you have a LinkedIn, you can upload a little photo of yourself and have it right there. And so I'll explain why that's so important here in a moment. All right, so as a part of this, it's a little tax savings estimator calculator. Very simple. I wanted to make this absolutely no-brainer, that you can't screw this up. It's one of those things that all you got to do is let the system work for you. So I put in here, there's tons, as you guys know, there's a ton of great deductions and great things for owning a home-based business that you get the benefits of. Well, I just wanted to put 5. So I know that most people have probably rent or a mortgage. So I went and found the nation's average in the U.S. is around $1,550, that the nation's average of a mortgage payment. So I could either ask somebody, hey, what do you think in your rent or mortgage? And if they don't want to tell me, I can say, great, let's just keep it around the nation's average. How many miles do you think you drive each year? Around 15,000? Okay, great. That's about the nation's average. Hey, being a home business owner and owning my own business, I don't take vacations. I take business trips. But even though I'm out there because planes, flying, I love to fly, and I'm the guy in the middle seat that I love to talk to people because I'm writing off a lot of those flights and a lot of those travel, even though I might be going to Hawaii, but I'm out there working my business constantly. And so what I like to show people is, hey, I mean, you're taking vacations, probably, I mean, not getting all the benefits of it. How much do you think you spend a year on vacations, airfare, hotel, parking, car rentals, and things like that? So if they say 3,000 or 4,000, okay, great. So when you go out and eat breakfast and lunches and dinners, what do you think you spend a month eating out? Around $400 a month? All right, great. Hey, with your cell phone, your internet, what do you think you spend a month on those? Around $200? All right, great. So let me just calculate the savings. So I'm showing right now that you're losing approximately $484 a month by not owning a home-based business. Okay, what I've realized early on is when anybody talks about tax benefits of a home-based business, everybody always does it in very general terms. Hey, there's $5,000 to $8,000 a year in tax benefits that a business owner could be starting to receive. The challenge, that's so fluffy that nobody, it's like, well, what does that mean to me? Is that 1,000? Is it 10,000? Go ahead.
Well, and you know, the other thing that I've noticed, Eric, is, you know, it just seems to me that people that are employees that have never had write-offs, they don't understand what the hell you're talking about.
Yes.
And, you know, so when you say tax savings, they think, what do you mean? I get money back every year.
Yes.
And they don't understand. They really don't. And so you going through this is actually really anchoring them down and showing them. And very, very cool.
You'll be amazed. The feedback that we get, people are blown away. Because think about it, we go to school, we learn how to make money. I mean, nobody shows us how to even manage the money, but how to maximize our money. And I think it's once people start hearing like the Buffett effect, where Warren Buffett's paying less in taxes than his secretary, that caused people to start going, wait a second, what's going on here? Well, I mean, why am I paying so much in taxes? And so this is really, to me, an awareness tool to start to help people understand that there's people out there getting benefits. I mean, why do the rich get richer and the poor get poorer? I mean, rich understand that money makes money. Money compounds. And so the more money I can keep now invested in me and help me go make more money, that's more money in my pocket. And so, Ray, you're exactly right. It really is amazing how many times you talk to people and they're like, what? There's how much? Are you serious? And it's quantifying it down. You've got to make it personal to them. You've got to start going through some numbers and saying, wow, I'm showing that it's around $484. That becomes very personal. Now they're starting to go, it isn't like, hey, Ray, you know what? I could save you maybe $5 to $10 a month. It's like, it's too much work to even think about it. But when you start talking $300 to $500 a month, I mean, what was it? 70% of all bankruptcies could have been avoided by an extra $300 per month. Okay, that's not trivial. I mean, that's a major issue for people. And so the way I like to look at it is I don't want to approach somebody and say, hey, to invest in your business, it's this much, and then I can help you learn how to go make another $500. I want to show them right off the bat, I can show you that you're losing around $500. Let me help you start to keep some of that. And my business is $200 a month. That means your positive cash flow, $200, $300, and you haven't even sold a dime in the business yet. So people get super excited about this. Oh, man, I never realized it. This is great information. All right, so now I've recognized that people have to go make a decision. So let's say it's a husband and a wife. I know that, let's say I'm talking to the male counterpart, and I know that he maybe needs to go talk to his wife about making this decision. So I would say to him, hey, let me save this report and let me send it over to you. And so I know that you need to sit down with your wife and talk about it. This will give you a little bit more details to have that conversation. So I can say, test, let's just go test at test.com. Let's do a number, 555. Go ahead.
You know, in any sales, because you know, it's always going to screw it up. So, they're always going to leave out detail. The other person's going to get frustrated. But when they see it in writing, that's a really sweet feature there.
Yes. Well, and so I can do a little note. Let's just say Eric loves this app. So this is a little, to me, kind of the relationship cue of something maybe you learned about them, their wife's name, their kid's name. He loves to play golf or some things about him, and I'll explain why this is important. And then a follow-up date. I noticed that people are out there talking to people. They're not following up with everybody they talk to. So I can put up here and say, hey, Ray, you know what? What I'll do is I'll send you off the report. Is it okay if I give you a call tomorrow? Sure. All right, great. Okay, there's a couple things I just did right here. Number one is I noticed as I was talking to our beta testers in the very beginning, I asked them, are you having a hard time getting their real information? Because I heard so many times people would go, oh, you know what, I just sent it to whatever at gmail.com. It's some kind of bogus email. And they said, what's great is everybody gave me their best email because it was that value again that I was sending something to them of value. So what's great is now you've captured all that contact information. The second thing is that if you ever get into an audit with the IRS, what they want to see is that you have the intent to make a profit, meaning are you working your business? What am I doing right now? I'm working my business, and I can show it, and I can export it to Excel and show that, hey, I'm out there showing people the power of a home business every day and showing them why my products are the best ones that they should go with. So this was also about giving you a way to document. Start to record that you're working your business, you're talking to people about your business. All right, so now I can say, hey, all right, let me save and email this to you. And what it does is it auto-populates an email for you. Again, I didn't want people to worry about, I don't even know what to say to them. So it auto-populates and says, hey, hi, Eric, it was a pleasure talking with you today. You will find your tax savings analysis attached. Included in the PDF is a bonus to special report called the 2 tax systems. It's only 2 pages long, but the information it contains is important, and not many people know about it. I know that you'll find it useful. I look forward to talking with you again soon. All the best, Eric. So all I do is click send email, and that email automatically goes off. Okay, now your prospect gets that email and with the report attached that looks like this. So it has prepared by, remember we talked about the profile, it puts your name in the profile there. Then it goes to the second, and so just a real quick little background. I'm not a tax person. I love building technology tools, and I love this profession and just learning what people are doing. How can I help enable people to be more effective, more efficient? But I went and partnered with a full-service tax preparation company that's been in business over 25 years, and all they do is tax preparation for small business, home business owners. That's it. So I went and talked to them and said, hey, you're the experts. I'm not. And all of my clients, all of my members of this Rocket Recruiting app, they're not tax professionals. So I never want them giving tax advice. So what you see in this report is how I quickly do all the heavy lifting for you and just make it to where you never have to get into that concern of, oh my gosh, I don't even know taxes. I don't even know what to tell people. Just let the report, let the system do it for you. All right, so the second page, it has the 2 tax systems. Employees get to write off almost nothing, but businesses get to write off almost everything. In 1913 Congress, so it gives you just a little bit of background on why does the government give you these great tax benefits of owning a home-based business. All right, then the next page is employees. Work hard, immediately lose a huge chunk of their wages to taxes, get to take home whatever is left after taxes are paid. Tied up to limited deductions. But self-employed earn money, so I wanted to make it very obvious that when somebody looks at this as a husband and wife or somebody that's reviewing it, looking at it going, oh my gosh, that's me. And here's Eric talking to me, and here's all the benefits he's getting that I'm not. And so I wanted to make it to where, again, that awareness, that they start to go, I'm not doing something, maybe I'm not being as smart financially as I should be. And then next page is I wanted to quantify it for them. So people buy emotionally, but they justify factually. So let me say that one more time. People buy emotionally, but they justify factually. So what that means is you can get somebody super excited and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to get into it. But what happens is it's like a balloon with a hole in it. Have you ever noticed that? You get somebody in your business and they are so ready to go after everyone and they send out 10 emails and they don't get anybody that says yes, and then it's like the balloon, all the air goes out. And they start to go, oh my gosh, this is going to be harder than I thought. Oh my gosh, can I really do this? Well, when you justify it factually, what you do is you give them numbers to support what a great decision they just made. I talk a lot about strip lining, and I don't know if anybody on the call here tonight has ever heard of the term strip lining, but it's a fisherman's term. So if you think of an amateur fisherman, they cast out their bait, and as soon as the fish hits, what does the amateur fisherman do? They yank on it, right? And they yank the bait right out of the fish's mouth. Well, a professional fisherman, when they cast out the bait, as soon as they feel that bite, they do a technique called strip lining. They actually strip out more line. They give more line out. And what that does is it makes it to where the fish feels that sense of security, that it's okay, I'm all right. And what do? They swallow the bait. Well, that's what I find a lot in network marketing is that you've got the amateur network marketer, they go out, and if they just get one person that even gives them like eye contact, they're like, let me tell you, they like throw up on them. And
it's a great analogy.
Yeah, what does that do? Do you notice that if people like push away? It's funny. Ray had a great up there on stage. I was laughing where he had like his stick figure, and he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" And it's like you want people to understand that, hey, I've got something of value, and if you're not interested, no problem. I've got a lot of people to talk to, and what you'll find, especially when you've got information, you guys, that's the beauty of amazing information is. It's rejection free. Nobody can tell you no with good information. And so with this, what you want to do is, and I even tell a lot of people, if you have somebody super excited to get started in your business, kind of stop them for a minute and go, wow, it looks like this could really actually be a great fit for both of us. And we could do amazing things together. But let's do this. Let's see if we can maybe even sweeten the pot and see if we can get you into the business. Maybe put a little bit of money in your pocket immediately. How does that sound to you? And what you'll find is, on average, anytime you do this app, the tax savings estimator, it will be on average $300 to $500. So imagine somebody that's so excited to get started, and you stop them, you slow them down, and now show them that, hey, wow, I'm showing that just by making this decision, that we could put some money in your pocket immediately and get you started in the business. Now how excited are they? And especially if they have to go and explain it to, I'll call them the dream stiller. So you're talking to somebody and they're all excited, and then they run home to tell their significant other about this great opportunity, and they just got home from work and they're tired and they're going, you're going to spend how much? And it's what? It's monthly? Are you serious? So this is a great report to overcome that, to really get it where people are emotionally excited, but now to justify it factually and show them the numbers and go, wow, this is a smart financial decision we're about to make. All right, now, you guys, this is the killer right here. So the next page, because I know right there, I've got somebody in a state of mind, an emotional state that they're going, all right, we got to do this. So I wanted to make it to where they don't call you back and say, okay, tell me what to do to get that raise. And if they do, say, hey, great, just go to page 5, and all you need to do is ready to stop overpaying. It's easy to get started. Start a home business, contact the person that sent you this report and find out more information about their home business and if it's the right fit for you. So again, that's you guys. you guys have the solution that they need. In this step 2, contact Accountable Solutions. They will analyze your current tax situation. They will prepare a W-4 ready to sign and submit to your payroll. And best of all, it's free. You guys,
Eric, can you make your screen just there, or that part just a little bit bigger? Is that possible? Okay. And by the way, there's a few questions mounting up. We will certainly stick around and answer them. Just so you guys.
Love it. Rick, can you see that a little bit better?
Yes.
Okay, so the key I wanted here is I didn't want that little gap between somebody going, okay, you got, all right, I'm in. And you having to say, okay, well, now let me show you how to get that raise. Okay, let's leave it to the tax experts. They're gonna learn, and they're gonna ask them. I mean, how much are you making now? How much time are you looking at investing in the business? How much time are you willing to invest in the business? So they'll get a good sense of what this person is really going to do in the business, and so they can create that W-4 and email it to them, and all they have to do is sign it and hand it into their HR, and to get that raise. And again, you guys, this isn't a raise next year. This isn't, hey, next year at tax time, I'm going to get a raise. This is every month. And that's the whole point that I make to people is, why would you give the government an interest-free loan all year? Why would you not take that money now and start investing it in yourself? Start building something for you guys, for yourself, for your family. And it's amazing to me how people, it's like they get pay the highest in taxes, and then they just hope that at the end of the year they're going to get some money back. Well, the beauty about getting into a home business is I've got the control of being able to work that, keep that money, and then start investing my time into that business that's growing and making me more money. All right, so then the last page is your contact information. So when I talked about the setting up your profile, that's where this comes into play, is making it to where somebody at the end of going, okay, you know what, we've got to make this decision. Great, call Accountable Solutions. They'll handle the tax side and helping you get that raise. I'll help you get started in a home business. And when we talked about earlier that law of reciprocity of giving before you ask, that's really, again, the whole premise of this is, hey, let me give to you before I ever ask something of you. If I can give you a raise, I mean, everybody that I've talked to, they're always talking about that law of reciprocity, that people say, thank you, tell me more about your business. To where now when they're listening to your business, instead of in the back of their mind constantly thinking, oh, geez, what's this going to cost me? Oh, boy, let's see, how much money I have to spend? They're now going, oh, my gosh, this is $500, $484 approximately back in our pocket. I love it. And I've got 4, 5, 10 other people that would love this also. And so it's that great information that people get super excited to go and share what they just did to everybody that they know. And I'll tell you, I had a guy that came to me. He had signed up 7 people in 1 year in his network marketing business. And just during the holidays, just during the month of December, signed up 92 people. 92 people. And you know what he said? All I did was I had my family, my friends, people over for the holidays. And he goes, I just started showing people how cool this app was and how much money people are losing. And he goes, all of my family, my relatives, people that had already told me no about my business, he's got a business where it's actually, the products are very hard to explain. And so we always got stuck trying to explain it. And people instantly just went, no, thank you. He said, all I did was just show this and then just let your system work. And he goes, it was them going out and telling other people, and 92 people in 1 month. All right, so let's go back here real quick, and then we'll jump into questions. All right, so if you look at the bottom of the front screen, you'll notice that it's got previous report. And so what this does is, remember I talked about the follow-up? It reminds me to follow up with you. So it will send you an email and it will remind you, hey, you said that you needed to call Eric today. And then it actually gives you the one-touch column, one-touch email him, and gives you the little relationship cues. So when you call him, you go, oh, hey, so how's your wife doing, or how's your daughter doing, whatever that might be that you put in there. Then I can view details, and instantly it will tell me what your savings were, estimated savings. So it gives me the ability to start talking to you with those relationship cues, and then also quantify it, hit you with that number again of what you might be losing. So that's really the simplicity. I mean, at the end of the day.
So Eric, and yeah. we'll answer a few questions. We have some people on here that want to see where, what the cost is, where they can purchase it, and then we'll get to some questions. Let's see. I know.
Wow, thanks a lot, Eric. A lot of great information there. This is a powerful tool. All right, guys and gals, here's what I need you to do now. If you're watching this on YouTube, just merely click the link that's underneath the video, which is rocketrecruiting.info, or go to www.rocketrecruiting.info, and I'll see you inside.